And good morning. Fun-filled day. Oh, I didn't do my hair today. That's all right. I need to get my hair did anyways. Fun-filled day. It's going to really be anything goes. The news out there is nada. So, aside from Janet Yellen, I can't wait to talk about that one. But that's it, guys. Let's get going. Good morning, everybody. It's Friday. Okay, so there is virtually zero news out there. So I am going to post something right now in the chat. I just posted a YouTube link. Click on that, subscribe to it, and go ahead. And that's where the live streams will be from Everything Money from now on. So click on that link that I just posted. I'll post it several times throughout the show, if I remember. And we'll go from there. Okay, let's see what we got. Dow futures jumped 400 points on hopes that there will be progress in Russia-Ukraine ceasefire. Stocks rose ahead of Friday's session following a report that ceasefire could be gaining traction again between Russia and Ukraine. Vladimir Putin said there are certainly positive shifts. This is my favorite part of the story. Quote from who? A quant strategist at Bank of America Securities. Stocks are largely pricing in a geopolitical shock. Yes. Stocks are pricing that in, a geopolitical shock. So that's why we're having minus and plus 3 to 4% days on the major indices. Yes, they're pricing those in. Correct. Pricing those in would mean that we don't have major fluctuations. Sir or madame, I don't know what Savita is. I have no idea. Tensions continue to heat up on the Ukraine situation with President Joe Biden expected to call for an end to Russia's status as a preferred trade partner. You show them. Rivian. Okay, I got to talk about the other story first. Rivian stock sinks after, I almost said Rivian stinks, which it does, but after EV maker says it expects to deliver a modest 25,000 vehicles this year, and I guarantee that they cut that back. Here we go. Rivian expects to produce 25,000 electric vehicles, and trucks and SUVs this year because they cannot get production. In the immediate term, we are not immune to the supply chain issues that have challenged the entire industry. That's funny. Doesn't seem like Tesla's very it seems like Tesla's pretty immune to that. So how innovative are you? Rivian has reservations of about 83,000 trucks and cars. The company did not offer guidance on 2022, and that is a bad thing because these hype companies, they just love forward guidance. And if forward guidance is going to drive the stock price higher, they ain't going to report it. So you know it's bad. The company previously had a goal of 150,000 vehicles per year by that date. That's adorable. By the end of 2023. The company declined to disclose how many vans it has produced and delivered to Amazon. Also adorable. Okay. Rivian will follow Tesla and change the type of battery cells it uses in standard packs. So I don't know. What they're doing is they're trying to make more eco-friendly for disposing of, and they're trying to make a more less impacted by supply chain battery. I'm not going to go through the nickel and cobalt. I don't even know. I don't understand it. If you want to learn about it or talk chemistry and how currents work, I'm sure that Seth would be happy to talk about that because he's a chemistry major. Tesla plans to, whatever. Here's the basic point. Cobalt extraction is largely concentrated in the Democratic Republic of Congo, where it is linked to human rights abuses and child labor. Then why aren't we doing something about Nike and Apple and diamonds and this and that? That's what I got to say about that. Janet Yellen, uncomfortably high 2022 inflation, but no recession. I disagree with her. I think that what we have here is it's going to be basically an expensive recession, which is pretty much what she's calling it. But of course, she's not going to use the word recession. But when you say uncomfortably high 2022, but no recession, okay, here we go. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, who Maria Bartiromo sent something out yesterday that Janet Yellen was getting close to. She said she's stressed and she's going to step down from her position. I had not heard it anywhere else. Maria Bartiromo sent it out and said it was from a source close to the inform. You know what I'm trying to say. She didn't give a source, but she just sent it. Secretary Janet Yellen declined to offer forecast into 2022. Here's what she said. We've got a good, strong economy with an excellent outlook for the labor market. Okay, cool. And real activity going forward. Inflation is a problem, and it is one that we need to address. But I don't expect a recession in the United States. For those of you that don't know, inflation is at 7.9%. I don't want to make a prediction exactly to what's going on, what's going to happen in the second half of the year. This is great. We're likely to see another year in which 12-month inflation numbers remain very uncomfortably high. Now, here's the thing. Janet Yellen said she believes the Federal Reserve could achieve a soft landing for the economy, taming inflation without triggering a recession. Again, how? Say words. Why are you not saying anything? You can't just say things and just, I could say crazy things, and I just don't understand this at all. And then she says, I have the confidence in their ability to make meaningful differences. Just like you had confidence in their ability to print $13 trillion and have no good ramifications coming out of that and being put in the situation that we're in. Okay, I agree with her. Okay, baseball talk time. Last day I'm talking baseball. MLB settled an agreement last night. So there's a bunch of things that are coming out. They're going to expand the playoffs to 12 teams, which is going to be another $100 million for the owners. They got rid of that stupid rule where you play 7-inning doubleheaders. If you have a doubleheader, you play 7 innings. Stupid rule is Major League Baseball, for God's sakes. You don't, in extra innings, you don't have a runner on second base. This isn't T-ball. But it clearly is T-ball because they're increasing the size of the bases to this. Oh, but it's safer. Get out of my face. Here's what MLB needs to do. And I was talking about this yesterday with some friends, and everybody agreed with me. You want MLB has a very difficult time drawing fans and getting them to watch the game, like football and, well, maybe basketball, but definitely football. You want to make fandom higher? Start bigger rivalries. And how do you do that? You redo the divisions. It's extreme. Yes, it's extreme. But put Cleveland, Cincinnati, Detroit, Pittsburgh, maybe Baltimore. Everybody, 4 of the 5 teams are within a 2-hour driving distance of each other. Put all of the California teams in Arizona so all of the fans can drive to parks and create better rivalries so the games that they actually play each other matter. And it's not the LA Dodgers facing Anaheim Angels and nobody gives an F about the game. That's that. All right. Electric car searches are doubling amid gas prices rising. Everybody needs to go and watch this. I watched it again last night. Principles for Dealing with the Changing World by Ray Dalio. Go and find this on YouTube. Also, go and find this on YouTube. Everything Money Live. I'm going to post the link right here in the chat. I just posted it. Click that. Go subscribe and get that up there for good measure. All right. Let's see. The neat MLB team. MLB is a terrible product. Yeah, guys, what do you think about regionalizing divisions is smart? Yes, thank you. It is. It doesn't make sense that Texas and California are in a division together. Cleveland and Minnesota. Why are we in a division together? There's 4 teams within 2 hours of each other around where I live. I would drive. Well, I wouldn't drive, but people would drive and say, okay, we're going to face the Pittsburgh Pirates tonight. I'm going to drive 2 hours and go watch the ball game. Then I'm going to drive home. And the game actually means something. All right. I want to read his full book. Yeah, I want to read his full book too. Cleveland Cliffs, that's a big Ray Dalio stock. Let's look at the yields. Same. Earnings. Nobody's reporting today. Earnings season is pretty much over. Even when we go to like next week, I don't really see anything. Kodak Black. Nothing. Yeah, nothing. GameStop reports next week. There you go. Oh, and FedEx, the worst company in America. What else do we have? Okay, come on over here. Join our software. Click Join EM. $30 a month gets you access. Come and join me in the Bid and Ask Nation. I am doing a Bid and Ask Nation only seminar tomorrow morning at 9:30 in the morning. Open Q&A session. We're going to talk about. Oh shoot, I can't remember what we were going to. Somebody asked me about. Talking about how to find long-term trades. Google was an excellent long-term trade. Or how to find long-term trades in this market. We'll also probably dig into some day trading, but you also get to watch me day trade live multiple times per week if you are in the Bid and Ask Nation. So come on over, $80, and you get all the software, and you get access to the community and that. Oh, and look at this. So you know how McDonald's pulled out of Russia. Some guy went and bought all of this McDonald's and put it in his freezer, and now he's selling it at like 250 euros or 50 euro. I mean, it's incredible. Capitalism at its finest. Follow us on Instagram at @TraderMo_EM. All right, guys, give me stock questions. Give me regular questions. We can talk about whatever. We have so much time today. There's no news. Let's just make it an open session and we'll go from there. The truth. Yeah. I mean, Dalio's video is incredibly interesting. It was incredibly interesting. And there's no speculation that he's making. He's just basing it off of history. I mean, he went back to the 1500s and he just started talking about the history of markets and economies. And it is what it is. It absolutely is what it is. All right. What do we got here? That man is a genius. Yep. Genius. Absolute genius. All right. Let's look at some of these companies that yanked themselves out of Russia. Okay, McDonald's is not doing too well lately. Let's look at the Starbucks. Who makes Oreos? Nabisco? I have no idea. GDX is down 3%. Yeah, well, that makes perfect sense. When markets are up, GDX is down. That's what it is. I'm not telling the story about... Oh, story time about LinkedIn. Okay, I'll tell the story about LinkedIn tomorrow. I'll tell my story about why I'm not on LinkedIn anymore. Andrew said would love to see the ruble. Dude, I probably should. I'm not going to talk about it. I want to say what I want to say, but people are going to get all bent out of shape and freak out and this and that, so whatever. If you want to actually know what I want to think about this stuff, join the Bid and Ask Nation. I'll tell you. It's your risk coming in there and listening to me. Or I'll go on Instagram. Then they can shut me down there. Mondelez makes Oreo. What is that? Mondelez International. Let's see what they're doing. Because they did not pull out of Russia. Oh, they're down too. Everybody's down. All right. Okay, I want to look at Facebook because everybody's asking, should I add to my Facebook position? I mean, I don't see why not. Oh, what are they called now? Meta. Can you please pick a ticker symbol that matches your FB? All right. beat down. I still think that this thing could come down to these levels of 140 to 130. What was happening during COVID? If you want to start dollar cost averaging now, sure. I could be wrong. This could be the low. I have no idea. But I'm just saying there's not a lot of support in this range right here. And I could certainly see this thing coming down to this 140 level, no problem at all. Because remember, the sell-off hasn't happened yet. It's maybe happened a little bit on Facebook, but trust me, if the sell-off in the overall market happens, it is going to fall off even more. Would you recommend starting as a day trader or an investor in the market? Why not do both? Why not do both? Let's see here. What's my opinion on ZIM? What is Zim? Oh, look at this thing. Oh, shipping. All right, it just keeps going higher. So keep going with this. Take profits at the highs. Yeah, so take profits today. Today's Friday. You're making a new all-time high. You're getting good volume, but I would take profits on it. Yeah, take profits. If you're in this, take profits. What else we got? DocuSign. DOCU. DocuSign is beaten down. Holy moly. Was this? Yep. So they went back to COVID levels. So after all of that run, guys, this is what's going to happen to so many stocks. They are at COVID levels right here. After that massive run up to $320, it was $320 in the summer, and now it's back to $76. This is what happens with parabolic rises. You have parabolic falls. Do you ever use Baba in your daily life? I've used Alibaba one time. The only reason I don't like using it is because it takes too long to ship things to me. Other than that, I would use it perfectly fine. But I do know people in China that use it on a regular basis. So I also know the Crossroads Group uses it. A lot of people, I would say more businesses in the United States use it than average consumers. So Baba's at $92. I wouldn't be surprised to see Baba come down here to the $60 range. And if it drops, I think it was actually 58, and it drops below that, then, yeah. What else do we got? Pepsi. Let's see what Pepsi does. What moat does DocuSign have? They don't. Pepsi. DocuSign may have the moat of saying being approved by so many different banks and financial services, and it's an accredited signature that goes through there. Like I will use DocuSign for my accounting services. You're not going to get a lot of, and banking. I think I've done it maybe I haven't done it at Schwab. I don't really know, but anyways. So if Pepsi drops below $149.50, this thing is going to be a really great short. Really great short. So damn, Mo, these drops you're saying are really scary. Listen, it is what it is. If when I go to Baba and I look at Alibaba right here, my thought here at 320 was the same as here at $50. Nothing changed. Just because there's this just means that all these trying to think of a word to use here. Trying to be nice. I don't know if I can do it. This just means that all of these ignoramuses don't understand markets. And they think that something having to do with China delisting them is going to ruin the business. Well, that doesn't make any sense. This with Facebook, they have 3.59 billion users on their platform. This fall that happened in here, somewhere in this area, people are worried about that Facebook was going to leave the EU. It was a risk factor in the 10K. And this was a seriously suggested thing that was going around all the news channels like Fox Business and CNBC and all of these news articles. Are you outside your mind? You don't think that Facebook is going to... Yes, it's a risk factor. It's also a risk factor if nobody watches this show and watches Everything Money anymore, we're going to go under. That is a legitimate risk factor that I could put on a 10K if we had one. I just don't understand. So this fall, especially this drop right here of like 40% or whatever it was, 45%. I'm not worried about market perception. I'm worried about company fundamentals. All right, next. SMH, good call. Let's do SMH. This is the semiconductor fund of the market. Okay. Yeah, so this SMH is just holding tight right here, just holding real strong right here. So if SMH drops below, let me find a level. So if it drops below this level and this level, then I'll figure out the price for you. If it drops below these two levels, which are 243 and 228. Yeah, if it drops below 228, look out, because this is coming right back down here to this $100 to $150 range. That's what's going to happen on SMH. It's going to happen anyways. But what else do we have? Tesla? Let's look at Tesla. I'm sure Tesla's ripping today because the market is up. And it is. Well, I wouldn't say ripping, but it's just consolidating. It's just totally consolidating in here. At the 200-day moving average. Whew. Consolidating at the 200-day moving average. And I'm telling you, once this thing drops below and it escapes from this candle right here, this long green one, once it breaks down and releases from there, this thing is going to start going down. I would not be surprised. This thing will come down to 550, definitely coming down to 550, probably sooner than later. And then I see a big fall coming down to this 100 range, maybe 200 range, somewhere in there. But Tesla is going to get hit badly. Cleveland Cliffs, Big Dalio stock, CLF. $25 a share right now. Hot. Yesterday it closed at 26, and earlier this week it had an open. So guys, when you get flagpole patterns like this, when you get big flagpoles like that, yes, it's created a W, but I'm telling you, this thing is going to come back here to this $20 range. This is a parabolic rise. It's going to come back down. So take your profits, especially today, it being Friday. Take your profits here and do something with it. Fuel cell. Haven't looked at fuel cell in a while. Candles, fuel cell. So it's interesting. You're getting this big run up of fuel cell, but you're not in the sweet spot over here. So that's kind of worrisome. Now, you are running right into the 100 and 200-day moving average. I just don't think that you're going to be able to break through this 100 and 200-day moving average unless your volume holds where it's at from yesterday for multiple days in a row. That's what you're going to need. If you don't get that, you're not going to get very far. Everbridge Inc. Everbridge Inc. Never heard of it. Let's see here. Well, that's epic. When did they go public? 16. Okay. Big rise, big fall. Oh my God, it almost looks like a Facebook chart. So what would I do here? Well, this is a complete dog stock. So if you want to throw a tracker share on it, and maybe at some point in the near future, it'll go up and start moving. But right now, I wouldn't even worry about it. Now over here, I don't even really see a lot of good buy signal candlesticks in here. Maybe at one there. Maybe one there. Yeah. So listen. If you get a good engulfing candlestick, which seems to be pretty rare with this company, you can do something with it going one way or the other. But look at that volume. You haven't touched average volume in 5 or 6 sessions, so be careful with that one. What else? Should I invest in an ETF like SPY if I already invest in a Roth IRA and other stocks? If you don't want to individually pick stocks with 10 or 20% of your portfolio, whatever you're comfortable with, I would just throw it all in S&P indices and let it go. Let's see here. Stitch Fix is running to the 25-day moving average. Let's see. Stitch Fix. I can't believe this company's public, to be honest with you. Yeah, this is what he's talking about right here, or she.
As soon as that yellow line gets into the sweet spot, I would be fine going for it. Get some engulfing candlesticks. I mean, if the good volume continues for multiple days, maybe you can run it to the 100. Maybe run it up to 2140. We'll see. But volume is going to have to keep coming into the stock for this to get running. What else do we have? Hi, Mo. Hi, Diego. GILD. Sure, we could do GILD. GILD. Well, it's just breaking down with the rest of gold. Now, oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking of GOLD. Gilead Sciences. So Gilead had a big bump the other day and then came right back down. So with Gilead, listen, if you want to, I don't think I would follow it over here. I think I would come over here. If you get an engulfing candle like this maybe on Monday, it doesn't look like it's going to happen today, I would be perfectly fine shorting this thing. Man. Damn, that's crazy. Moblox. So, when did Roblox go public? They went public in March of 21. So, we're basically there. So, we got a year. Now, here's the problem. Below here, I got nothing. So, I don't know where any support is down here. I don't know where any resistance is down here. I don't know where anything is down here. All my major moving averages are above the price, so I got nothing from $42.35 when it opens to zero. So, guys, I just don't know about that one. What's a good platform to sell short? I've never used Webull paper money. I mean, I use Schwab. All right, let's look at Jets. 1888 for Jets. So, I'm confident that Jets is going to come down to this $15 to $11, $10 level. Because everything that's happening with the world, they just extended the mask mandate another month, so it doesn't look like that's coming out anytime soon. We have airspace being shut down. Planes can't do this. Planes can't go over here. Guys, I'm telling you, this has been a bad time for planes and airlines, and I think that they're going to be going towards 15 before they go towards 25. Children's computer games are disruptive. Well, that is true. What else do we have? Bumble, BMBL, is that correct? Yep. So Bumble got a little bump the other day. I mean, I would just swing trade it. If you can get a little swing trade and try to run this up to 50 and maybe the 100-day moving average, sure. I don't think it's going to go for a good run over here, especially if there's not volume. So just be careful. Yeah, airlines have not had a good 2 years. It's just been brutal. Kroger? We haven't looked at Kroger in a while. KR. Kroger. All right, so Kroger, I want to zoom out, see where we at. All-time highs? Of course we are. Why wouldn't we be? So Kroger... Excuse me. Oh, speaking of which, before I do that, I just posted the link in the chat. I'm about to spam the chat. Look, I look like a spammer. Keep doing this, the same stock over and over. But go ahead and click that link that I just posted 1 billion times and subscribe to Everything Money Live. That's where all the morning shows will be from Monday on. Should I just keep doing it? Just keep doing it. You guys see how annoying that is? I'm gonna ban myself. Don't spam me. It's annoying. All right. Let's see here. Costco. Good call. Costco. Little jump in price action. All right. So I struggle with this one because volume is certainly declining. I struggle with this one. I think this stock is going to be tethered to these major moving averages for a while, just like it was back here. I don't think you're going to break away. I would be very, very cautious going along on this thing. Very cautious, because this thing is going sideways. I think this red line would start to drop down before it drops up. So be very cautious with this one. All right. Post one more, Claude. Post one more time, Trader Mo, and see what happens. I love it. Claude, that was a very good one. Snooze, banned. I love it. Careful, might get banned. I love it. All right. Let's see here.
What else do we have? Thoughts on U.S. Steel? Why not? What's a copper? Is copper this? Let's check after this. U.S. Steel. Okay, so it went up to almost all-time high yesterday, or I shouldn't say all-time high, 52-week high, whatever it is. Yeah. So take profits today. It's Friday, and go on from there. What's the FCX? That's copper, right? Freeport McMoran? No, I thought it was copper. Somebody give me a copper stock because I need to figure out. Yeah, I need to. Yeah, somebody give me a copper stock. Is Callaway a good play? Excuse me, before the Masters? Well, I don't know because the golf industry is facing supply chain issues, so I would dig into that a little bit more. I would dig into that a little bit more before I just jump into something like Callaway for golf Masters purposes. Yes, it's something that gets people going to golf, but also remember, people that are just going to start to golf, that go out there, are going to go and buy cheap golf clubs. Spalding or whatever Top Flight, those kind of companies. So I don't think they're going to go out and necessarily buy $400 to $600 set on the cheap end of Callaway golf clubs. So, all right, Visa's falling. Just be patient with Visa. I think this thing's going to probably come back down here, drop below this wick, and then you could start a short position on it. So, all right. Any thoughts on value stocks being a little overvalued in this type of market? I struggle because I look at, say, Intel, for example, at $50. Yes, I think it's a great buy point at $50, but at the same point, I struggle with saying, okay, if the market falls apart, Intel is going to be just as susceptible as the rest of the market. Now, will it recover faster? Sure. Will the fundamentals be better? Sure. But that's one thing that I don't like. It's an interior struggle that I go with every day. If I join the bid and ask, then I need to go back to the $30 tier. The $80 price remains locked in for when I can re-upgrade. No, it does not remain. No, it doesn't. No. Market is open. It's been open for 20 seconds. Give me one more stock and I will do it right after this one. Eli Lilly. This is a good looking long-term stock. So guys, you know when I say consistent volume, this is consistent volume. We've had consistent volume the entire year. You're hovering around that average volume every single day. Really beautiful. You're breaking into the sweet spot here. If you get an engulfing candlestick probably on Monday or next week, that'll be something. So let's go to the interwebs. Let's go here. Let's click this. Let's log in. Then we will go to community. Then we will come down to watch list. Then we will type in, come on, intranet. There it is, watch list, LLY, long. There we go. That's it, LLY long. So that is it. Okay, last stock, Dropbox, absolutely not. FCX is a prime copper stock, but it's not moving with copper. That's what I'm wondering. All right, let's do Facebook. I'm sorry, Microsoft, MSFT. Microsoft, ooh. Jeez. Okay. Microsoft is below the 200-day moving average, which is not a good thing. If it stay, yikes. It's also not a good thing that the 25-day moving average is now a resistance point below the 200. So it needs to get through the 25, then the 200. Yikes. It's had a big dip in volume. Oh my goodness. All right. If I was you, I would just wait until it drops below this maybe 275 number, whatever it is, 273, and I would go short on this thing. This thing is going to come back to these 170, 180 levels. I'm telling you right now. All right, guys, smash the like button before you head out. Also, click on this link that I'm posting in the channel right here. This is where all of the live streams are going to go from here on out. That's it. Subscribe, like. Tomorrow morning, bid and ask people. I will see you at 9:30. Don't be late, 9:30 Eastern time. Bring all your questions, and we will go from there. Everyone have a wonderful day. and a wonderful weekend. Peace.